Hi again. Welcome to the second part of the tour, or third part. Is it second, third?
Second.
Second. Garden tour, Outbuildings tour. Right, we're starting at the back of our property. Basically, we've got 3 terraces behind the house. This is the upper one. Our land basically comes to this terrace wall, and if you can see on this stick, that is our boundary. It's a little plastic bag. How the Portuguese do their boundaries.
We have noticed them in more places, haven't we, since?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, and if you just look up here, you can see another stick with another plastic bag on, and then there's one at the top of the hill as well, which is the top of our boundary, and then it comes back round across and effectively to the road next to the house. So it's quite a big plot, but obviously we can't really do anything with this hillside other than clear it, which I've started doing at the bottom, which we'll show you in a sec. So this is the upper tier.
So the Yumberlard.
Yumberlard, yeah, this is the Yumberlard.
Oh wow. The lumber yard.
Yeah, when we first got here, this plot had got ferns on it, 8-10 foot tall. So I've had to trim it all back, and then underneath it all was loads of old eucalyptus and wood that has fallen down, etc. So I've cleared that, chopped that up. We'll use that as firewood in the future. We just need to get this all raked and cleared, but again we'll get round to that in the future.
Hello, sweetie.
Right, we'll head on down. As you can see, we've got, you know, fantastic views from up here. Level number 2.
Lots of peach trees.
Lots of peach. This nice vibrant green one is an orange tree, obviously
or lemon.
A lot bigger.
Yeah.
Orange or lemon, yeah, one of the two. There's fig, there's oak, obviously olive. Yeah, so I'm not short of fruit.
I mean, the plant, we sort of said you've seen a lot of oak and stuff in the hillside here, haven't you? And
yeah,
we would like to try and go back to the natives as much as we can.
Yeah, we'd like to clear some of this eucalyptus. Obviously it's a fire risk, and we'd like to clear it back really. There's a lot of little oak trees being planted at some point, which you can just see, one behind this wall, there's 1 or 2 here and another one there. There's a lot of oak, so we'd like to clear the eucalyptus really. Reduce the risks.
Yes.
Right, what we've got on here as well is the start of an old drainage system, and you'll see more of it as we go down, but effectively what this structure has been for is to collect the water that's been coming off the hillsides. It's coming into here, and then it comes out through this hole in the bottom, and eventually when we clear it, there's a drainage trough that goes all the way down between the hillside and this little stone wall, and it culminates down just on the bottom level, which we'll show you in a second. It's really interesting.
It's amazing how old it is, isn't it? And
yeah.
How well thought out it's been.
Yeah, it's very clever. As I said about the drainage system, the water would have come down here and come across here and drop through this gap here into what I shall show you now. It's very cool. So obviously this was what I showed you just a second ago, and the water will come down and drop into this kind of well It's roughly a couple of metres deep. Also, water would have come off the land from the left of it, and there's a channel here that would have filtered it in, and we've also got one here at this side as well. So also it would have run down this pathway and into here from this kind of guttering system, which there's a cat sat on. So yeah, another really clever old idea for getting the water away from the property.
And our current shower pipe.
Yes, that's the wastewater pipe for the shower, which we use 100% natural products, so
Yes.
there's no
No, we're not putting anything back out there.
no issues to the environment, and we will eventually be utilising the wastewater when we've got something to water.
Yes.
So this is obviously the boundary to the next door neighbour's land, back of the house, and here you can see what we're talking about as the level of the land behind the house, which is, you know, it's a metre and a half, metre 6 foot really, something like that. So we could do with trying to clear as much as possible. We'll have a look and now show you where we reside.
In the bijou. I was going to say boudoir.
I like to call it the lodge.
Come on, kids. Come on then.
So, yes, this is our little abode.
I almost feel like it looks a bit like it's out of Lord of the Rings. I know you're not a fan, but
No.
I am.
Please come inside.
Entree. So
this is
there you
it.
go. Ah.
Yeah, it's snug, but we've got what we need for the summer at least.
We are.
Obviously, as you can see, the ceiling, I've got insulation to go up in the next few weeks. Need to weather tight it, but for what we need and what we've needed over the last 6-8 weeks that we've been here for the summer, we're fine.
We love it actually, don't we?
Yeah, we do. No, we do.
No, it's
is,
really
it
nice.
is.
We were just sort of saying yesterday about how we love having this view straight out into the trees, so something we want to incorporate if we can from the house this way as well. So
yeah, it's like you said, it's like you're actually up in the trees really. It's such a nice, it's a nice vista, isn't it?
it is, yeah.
So basically, obviously shower behind, composting toilet, which some people turn their noses up, but we've found it
Yeah.
no issues at all.
No.
Yeah, fridge for the essentials, beer and wine, bed, sofa, TV, which we don't really, we don't use it yet. Just use the laptop, don't we, for now? A few clothes.
And that's it, really.
You'll notice that there isn't a cooker. We'll talk about that another time.
Cooking? What?
Right. So yeah, this is the evening space. 8 o'clock-ish. Had a shower, sit down here, have a beer, glass of wine, and it's a nice chilled space.
It's lovely,
Good
yeah.
views. Sit here for an hour or so, watch the bats come out and listen to the owl and one thing and another.
Yeah.
Right, this section of buildings, the end one I think it's probably been, certainly had animals in, maybe a little chicken shed or something like that. Small space, when we got here, it was, if you got this kind of mesh wire all the way up. So I think that's probably had chickens in or something like that. Just using it at the moment for to store the old render.
Built into the stone at the back.
Yes, yeah, it's straight back onto the hillside. Second little room.
Great door.
Yes, if I open the door further it'll drop, so, but we need to let a bit of light in, so there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Small space. They've obviously built this wall up at some point to separate it. Don't know why, but they have. We just use it at the moment for a few bits and pieces that we need on a day-to-day basis.
The absolute essentials, basically.
Tea bags. Turn around to see the beer shelf. And just to let you know, other beer brands are available, such as Superbock and Cristal.
No other tea brands, though.
No other tea
no
brands.
Other tea brands.
Not,
Got the mustard.
Not in our cupboards. Yes, just the pet food, recycling bin, little bin, bits and pieces that we use on a weekly basis, isn't it? So
yeah,
it's handy.
Easy.
We don't have to go to the house. Very cool in here as well. Oh, cool there. So, another little room. Door does work. Yeah, again, obviously you can see where they've put this wall up here to separate the two rooms. Whether they've just had different animals in each part, because obviously you can see another little water trough, and obviously this rack system which they'd have put feed in and hay and what have you.
Yeah.
So there's maybe been different animals in.
Great window, or yeah.
There's just lots of
So much
features.
It's the Outbuildings that sold it, isn't it?
Absolutely,
as the whole, you know.
Yeah, the house, we almost didn't really look at it when we first walked round. It was these buildings. Just using it now as temporary wood store. Obviously I've got bits of OSB left over. I've still got a bit to do. Wooden posts from the fence, various bits and pieces. What's up? Hey? I've been ushered out of there. Right,
Don't think they want to
the
know
only
about
lockable door in this entire
yeah.
section. Need the key. Wonderful keys. Lovely old key. Lock still works. Double locking system. So,
Man cave.
yes. Just, yeah, a few tools, obviously the insulation ready to go up. And I said about the guttering system at the back. We've got a real funny setup here where the roof above where we're living actually comes into this room, and they've put a gutter in. That guttering goes to that other guttering outside. Now I don't know how this is going to be over winter. I think I'm going to have to modify this.
Yeah, because this is the cabin.
This is the cabin that way, yes. And I think any heavy rainfall is going to overflow that, so I'm going to have to put something more substantial in to make sure that this room doesn't get wet through. Another little trough.
Yeah.
And again, obviously the rack for the food. So it's all been for animal. Okay, so we'll do downstairs, shall we?
Yeah. Michael's on these paths, haven't you?
So, room directly below where we're living.
Not entirely sure what these were, are we? These stone, again, probably outdoor space for animals. Because they've had gates on, haven't they? As you can see.
Yes. Yeah, probably so. I mean, we didn't, as you can see from the floor, it is obviously, you know, a stone floor. We didn't know this was here, did we, when we bought it, because it was
No.
so overgrown.
I'll put a picture up.
Yeah, put a before and after up, and then I don't need to keep waffling. But yes, we've discovered that. Yes, lovely little room.
It's amazing.
Obviously, huge amount of the natural stone, the natural hillside here. As you can see, it's just they've just obviously chipped it down to there and then gone across and kind of levelled it to what they needed to use it for. Fantastic little stone trough, just carved out of one piece. It's had a little bit of a repair here at one point, but it's just, we'd love to utilise it somehow, but this is extremely heavy, this one.
I mean, we'd love to be able to keep all this, wouldn't we? But it's how do you do it? And it's a long way down the line.
Yeah, these buildings aren't going to get touched for a couple of years, really, at least.
If that,
Yeah. So if you look up, you can see they've put a concrete flooring upstairs, and that is basically the reason why we're in that room. It's the only place in the entire property, the house or here, that we could have done what we've done.
You'll see when we go next door why we couldn't make it any bigger.
Yeah. There was a brief moment where we thought we might be able to go into next door, but that was quickly
dashed.
Quickly, yes, scuppered.
Yeah.
Head on in. And yeah, again, it's just animal storage is the wrong word, isn't it, really? Animal housing, animal pens, whatever. Again, they built this wall to separate the room into two. Again, probably just for different animals, whatever. Obviously, they've gone on a stage further and helped support this beam. Again, another fantastic little stone trough. This one's a lot more manageable. So we'd probably like to clean that up and seal it and have it as in a bathroom at some stage, or a kitchen, whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely use it. But yeah.
Should we look up?
Yes, look up. What you're seeing there is our toilet, where the composting toilet is. Might look a bit precarious. It's cantilevered a bit, but the vast majority of it is on the concrete floor and it's well anchored down. So, and there's no weight on this back bit, so it's trust me, it's perfectly safe.
That's what he keeps telling me.
Well, yeah, we've not fallen through yet.
You know it with me.
Yeah, I'd come to, because of the small space that we got at one point, because these beams are significantly newer and in good condition mostly. I thought about coming out and across and basically having the shower and a little kitchen area and the toilet in here. But when you get to this end, it just gets worse. This main beam in the middle here isn't very good at all. It's not attached at this end, it's rotted away. And at the other end it's been supported several times and is in a similar state. So I decided to abandon that idea in the interest of safety.
We do love it up there though, don't we? It's a great room.
Yeah, the room upstairs is
the beams.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Okay, we'll quickly look in the last section. Yeah, so I've just had an hour or so last couple of days and just cleared these floors because it was just covered with muck and rotting wood and stuff, so you could see how these are similar to the rest of the building.
It does look quite frightening, this room, actually.
Yes, this
with the bits hanging down.
This, as I said, that side has had some more recent beams and doesn't look too bad. This side, as you can see,
Be careful.
yeah, so everything, you know, I don't think, you know, maybe these few pieces that I said about are reasonable at that end, but everything is just gone. Again, this should have been into the wall and it's gone. So there's 1, 2, 3 bits of support that they've put in at some different stages to keep it in one place, or keep it in one place. But it's still here for now. And obviously we'll renew it all when we've come up with a plan. But the space upstairs and where we're living now, the idea is to have it at the space here, to have it as a sort of open plan kitchen, living room area, and then the space where we're in now is to just have it as like an inside outside area, bifolds on the front, something like that, so it just feels really open, like you're almost outside. So in the summer you can just open it all up, in the winter weatherproof it so you can shut it and have a fire pit in there, something like that. Somewhere where you can kind of be inside outside all year round, really. I think it'll really work well, but it's years down the line, so.
Yep. There's a little trough. There's a trough.
Yes. Yeah, these are a bit more unnatural stone.
Yeah, I quite like that one though.
Yeah, it's the main stone here at the base is fixed into the wall. That is one piece of natural stone, but they've built this up obviously with cement and bits of stone. And that one again has got a lot of natural stone at the bottom, and then it's just been kind of, you know, sort of cement, concrete, and bits of stone. But, so I'll show you the upstairs then now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so just walking along the front.
This is our humongous orange tree, which is just, I don't know if I can see. Oh, there you go. Yeah. We're just getting some more fruit on it now.
Yes, it's enormous. It's the biggest orange tree I've ever seen, which is great. We just more or less missed the last harvest, didn't we? Most had fallen, and we managed to get a few litres of orange juice out of it. But we'll definitely do it this year because it's just you can't beat the orange juice. But we're probably going to have about 100 litres or more.
Yeah.
So
I might have to set up a little
stall
orange
at the side of the
stand.
road.
Yeah. Not lemonade, but orange.
Right, okay, we'll stop here for a sec. If you look across the road, you'll see a piece of land that's been partially trimmed and has got a really nice dry stone wall around it. That land belongs to us as well. It comes with the property. Obviously it's only about 10 metres away. It's a lovely little space. We'll do another video on that, a short video. We'll have a wander around and show you. Right, so this is the room above 2 of the outbuildings downstairs.
Which I'm only going to stand here, as you can see.
Yes, it's not.
We can see daylight.
Yeah, it's not safe to walk on. Right. Okay. Now.
Be careful.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going. I'm not going to go in far. Trust me. Just kind of wanted to give you an idea of the height in here,
Or lack of. Yeah.
I'm pretty much touching the roof now, so it's only around 2 meters at its highest, so it can't be used as a functional walk around in space as it is. So I think what the plan is just to take again the ceiling floorboards up and then have it as an open room downstairs. So we've got
potentially we could have a mezzanine for a bedroom, depending on space.
Yeah, it's a possibility. We were thinking about second bedrooms, bathroom over here, weren't we?
Yeah, it'd be nice to be self-contained in these, I think, for people coming to stay.
Yeah, more of an annex, isn't it? More of a granny flat.
Yeah, for when your mother-in-law wants to come and you need.
Yeah, well, it's always nice to see her.
Just do a bit of a panorama.
Just have a panorama here.
Little peach tree.
Little peach. So, this is
the other side.
This is obviously the next bit along to the one we've just showed you. This is directly above the tool shed. We've got the insulation and everything. Exactly the same space as the other side, but probably half the length. But yeah, the brick wall has to go.
Why?
It's rustic in its charm.
It is.
Okay, so we've pretty much come full circle now. Obviously we've got the terrace to our right. A little flattish area here with several vines. And obviously the old gutter in there. Right, okay, that concludes the tour of the outbuildings. As I said, we're back where we started, so we'll head on back down and we'll catch up with you another time.
The conversation, I think, but
yeah, the house has a habitational license. None. It has a habitational.
No,
license.
it's not habitational. They're called non-habitation licenses because it's before 1951.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, whatever. Anyway. The house is basically fully registered, and we can live in it and sell it as a habitable house, can't we?
Upstairs, yeah.
Upstairs. Oh, you're going to have to cut that bit out because it's just going wrong there completely.
Why?
Well,
no, but I don't think we need to go into that anyway. I'll probably just
well,
not
you
mention.
said
I know
these
I did.
aren't registered.
I'll get arguing. I'll put this in. Attitude.
Well, you can put it in.
Right, what are we doing? Should we go back this way and then everyone knows where we are?
Yep.
Where were we when we started arguing?